In the eastern part of Indonesia lies an island of seemingly endless beauty. This is Sumba, a paradise holding countless stories within it.
When I first arrived in Sumba, I was immediately moved and was left speechless by its beauty. Its rich traditions, its nature, and the abundance of sunlight that shone on me as if it was a symbol of everything that I was meant to do here. However, the road to Letepalolo village was not easy. It was bumpy, dusty, and unforgiving.
This journey was truly exhausting. The broken road made every meter feel heavier, and the sky was getting dark. All I could do was hope that Letepalolo was drawing closer.
But when the villagers welcomed me, it was all so worth it. Ini buat saya. I was welcomed by their warm smiles and their genuine gestures. Even though I came here still empty-handed, I knew that this wasn't just a visit. I came here with real hope for Letepalolo. One day, I decided to spend the night in Letepalolo. I wanted to truly feel what life is like for the people here once night falls. The moment the sun set, everything changed. The village turned completely dark. There was barely any light source besides oil lamps and the fires from people's homes. It felt quiet, but at the same time, warm. That night, I walked around the village and stopped into Ibu Wiwin's home. Permisi. Permisi, Mama. Mari adik-adik. Numpang ya, nimbrung. Inside, I witnessed something so simple, but it's a moment that stayed with me.
Kenapa bawa handuknya?
Ini, oh iya. Iya, tadi aku lagi jalan, Mama. Lagi mau mandi. Cuma aku ngeliat Mama sama adik-adik lagi belajar bareng. Ibu Wiwin was helping her child study with only an oil lamp for light. No electricity, no bright lights, but their will to learn was still there. Mama, aku mau nanya, ini sering belajar
Sering belajar. Iya.
Hampir setiap hari?
Setiap hari.
Setiap hari? Pakai lampu minyak, Mama?
Pakai lampu pelita.
Lampu pelita? Apa adik-adik nggak sakit matanya, Mama?
Sakit.
Sakit ya?
Iya, sakit matanya. Pengaruh asap, api panas, ya.
Aku aja yang baru berapa detik duduk di sini udah ngerasa perih matanya. Nggak kebayang adik-adik gimana. Mah, di sini siapa yang paling suka baca buku?
Semua anak-anak saya paling suka semua.
Suka semua?
Ya.
Adik-adik, emang benar kalian semua suka baca buku?
Suka.
Wih, keren banget. Kalau gitu, yuk kumpulin teman-teman kalian. Aku punya kejutan. Yuk, yuk. I also joined the village children who were studying together that night.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Adik-adik, permisi.
18.
Aku boleh ikut duduk?
Boleh.
Boleh. Permisi. Wih, semangat sekali belajarnya.
Iya.
Lagi belajar apa sih, kalau boleh tahu?
Menghitung.
Belajar menghitung. I sat with them, talked, and handed out some books that we've brought along. Adik-adik, kakak punya surprise. Kakak punya kejutan buat kalian. Mau nggak?
Mau.
Kakak punya buku. Mau nggak?
Mau.
Baca ya tapi. Seeing how happy they were to receive the books, still eager to learn despite the conditions, it stirred something in me. A mix of admiration and the realization that the things we often take for granted are deeply precious here.
Halo, Bianca.
Mama.
Pada semua belajar ya, serius sekali.
Afterwards, Ibu Wiwin invited me to help cook dinner.
Ayo mari kita makan malam, makan
Ayo,
bareng.
ayo Mama. Adik-adik, aku makan dulu ya. Ini ya? Ambil aja ya. Iya. Cara ambilnya begini, sayang. Oh gitu. We cooked together in the dark with only a firelight to guide us. Gimana?
Ya, masukin semua.
Oh, dimasukin.
Ya, begini sayang. Ya. Sekarang ditutup. Tunggu dia matang.
Oke. Apa lagi? Kasih.
Sekarang saya kasih turun nasinya karena nasinya sudah matang. Pelan-pelan sayang. Iya.
Lagi?
Pas.
The meal was simple, but the process felt incredibly warm. There was conversation, there was laughter, and everything was done together.
Ini yang masakan Mbak Bianca tadi. Woo! Ini Kak Bianca.
Tadi aku masak loh. Semoga enak ya.
Ini cabenya.
Wah. And that night, we ate together with Ibu Wiwin's family.
Makan adik-adik.
Despite everything they lacked, I felt an overwhelming sense of warmth. For me, that night in Lete Palolo wasn't just about witnessing life without electricity. It was about learning gratitude, togetherness, and how warmth doesn't always have to come from light, but from the togetherness that we share.
Tadi sambalnya Mama. Iya, tadi sekali. Buatannya Mbak Bianca.
Mornings in Lete Palolo were something I really came to love while I was there. I'd wake up early, step outside, and just take in how quiet everything still was. The cool air, people slowly starting their day, nothing was rushing. Adik, lagi apa itu?
Oh, ya, ditumpang. Ya.
I sat with some of the kids for a bit, and even that small moment made me feel closer to life there. 9. Terakhir?
Halo Kak Bianca.
Oh, halo Kak.
Aku mau ke pasar Kak. Mau ikut nggak?
Pasar. Then, one of the local mothers invited me along to the market to get things for cooking, like vegetables, fish, fruit, and a few other odds and ends. Kakak, aku izin ikut ya? Iya. Oh iya Kakak, kita nggak pakai helm.
Tidak Kakak, tidak usah.
Nggak bahaya di jalan nanti?
Tidak, udah biasa Kak.
Oke.
Jalan.
Baiknya lain kali kita pakai helm ya Kak. Yuk, hati-hati Kak. Oh, hati-hati. Dadah. Ini ya pasarnya.
Iya Pak. Ayo Kak, kita masuk ke pasar.
Siap.
banyak ya.
Iya. What stayed with me was realizing that market isn't just about buying things. It's where people catch up, trade news, and also stay connected. On the way back, someone mentioned a horse race happening nearby. So we swung by. Bapak, salam kenal.
Dari mana?
Dari Miss Indonesia. Iya, kami mau menonton pacuan kuda, tapi belum mulai ya?
Belum.
Mulai.
Jam paling bentar lagi. Tinggal tunggu ini. Kuda nih kalau sudah datang langsung mulai.
Kuda-kudanya di mana?
Belum, masih di jalan perjalanan.
Oh, belum nyampe. Dari daerah mana aja, Pak?
Karena ini kan open cup. Kalau open itu kan kuda dari mana saja bisa.
Tiap tahun.
Nah, tiap tahun. Ini memeriahkan HUT RI.
Oh, ini untuk 17 Agustus.
Iya.
I thought it would be nothing much, but it ended up being one of my favorite parts of the day. Families everywhere, kids watching wide-eyed, and the neighbors were greeting each other. It wasn't just a race, it was tradition here. Something that's been part of their culture for a long time. And it was nice seeing how one event could hold a whole community together like that. Then, we rode back on motorbikes. And the road was rough enough to remind me that even everyday things here take real effort.
Kakak,
Ini jalannya emang berantakan begini, Kak.
iya, kalau udah dari dulu Kak. Ini udah mendingan sedikit.
But nobody seemed to be bothered. People just moved through it, calm as ever. That's what I keep coming back to about that morning. How simple it all was. How much gratitude was baked into the smallest things, and how that same spirit just carried through everything they did. I wish I could also be like them.
Hey, dandu pangga di hole, guru tanah tilua, guru tanah tilua.
During my first visit to Lete Palolo, I did not come with a plan already in hand. I wanted to listen and get to know the people and their situation first. Mama, selamat siang. I had a conversation with one of the teachers in the village, and we talked for a while. Asik, cantik sekali Mama hari ini. Baru pulang ya dari sekolah?
Iya, baru pulang.
Oh, gimana hari ini? We talked about daily life for the kids there. How they learn, the challenges that they face, and their hopes and dreams. That conversation made me realize how strong the desire to learn is. Mereka kan jalan kaki ya?
Jalan kaki.
Kalau hujan?
Jalan kaki juga.
Jalan tetap jalan,
Iya,
tetap
tetap
jalan.
jalan kaki ya.
Takut telat ya.
Itu sih.
The real challenge isn't motivation.
Kasihan
It's
ya.
access and facilities that are still so limited and out of reach.
Mama, saya boleh pegang kan Mama? Mama terima kasih ya. Aku
Ya,
boleh
sama-sama.
tanya-tanya,
Iya.
boleh ngobrol sama Mama. Semoga semangat terus. Anak-anak semakin rajin, semakin pintar, dan bisa kembali lagi dan membangun biasanya.
Iya, makasih.
Iya Mama. Cantik sekali hari ini.
Pentingnya pendidikan itu supaya anak-anak di sini bisa lebih pintar lagi dan bisa berubah masa depannya mereka. Tidak seperti sekarang ini.
I also met with community leaders, and for me, that mattered the most.
Selamat pagi.
Pagi, Bu.
Mengganggu tidak?
Tidak.
Saya izin bergabung boleh?
Ya, boleh.
You know, a project like this can't just show up and start running on its own. So I came to introduce the plan for the solar panels, to ask for permission, to hear their input, and most importantly, to ask for their support. We listened to each other and discussed every possible detail.
Kalau begitu Bapak, saya minta dukungannya dan doanya sekali lagi
Semoga kami bisa mendatangkan bantuan dan panel surya dan mendatangkan listrik untuk desa ini. Amin. And that's when I understood that real good change has to be built together, not decided by one side alone.
Dengan tidak adanya lampu, maka aktivitas kami terbatas. Adapun mungkin hal-hal yang belum dibereskan di siang hari, tapi tunggu keesokan hari. Sehingga dengan ucapan saya kami sudah merasa lega karena sudah ada harapan penerangan untuk ke depan.
Adik-adik, yuk sini. There's one specific night that I still think about. Adik-adik, ayo kita bikin mainan yuk.
Iya.
Nah, ikutin kakak ya.
Iya.
I got the kids together to play with little pinwheel lights. It started simple, just something fun to do together. Jadi, nah sekarang ayo kita main bareng-bareng. Mau? Mulai ya, 3, 2, 1, mulai! But once it got dark and the pinwheel started spinning, those tiny lights lit up and flickered against the darkness of the village. I saw kids running around laughing, showing off their pinwheels to each other. Those faces, those small faces were so full of joy over something that might seem so small to us. The villagers told me that what they only want and ever need is light. But it's also joy, connection, the chance to experience something new. So that night stayed with me. It's probably part of why I became even more sure that the solar panel project was never just about installing panels or bringing in electricity. It's about opening up more possibilities. So when the trip was over, I went back to Jakarta, not to close the chapter, but to prepare for what comes next. After seeing life in Lete Palolo up close, meeting the people, hearing their stories, and seeing that hope is still there, I felt a responsibility to come back and actually build what we started planning together.
And I think energy is very important for everyone. Yeah, and we will support it. And yeah, let's collaborate, and hopefully the project will run smoothly.
Thank you so much. Okay. The very first thing that hit me when I arrived in Sumba was the nature. It's the kind of beauty that's hard to put into words until you've actually seen it. One place that stayed with me more than anywhere else was Lete Palolo village. It's simple, quiet, and feels so close to nature. But behind all that beauty, I started noticing how residents get through daily life with so many limitations. Hi! Yes, I'm good. I'm still in Sumba. How are things in Jakarta? There's one crucial moment that I remember.
I received a call from PT Tunas Jaya Sanur, a contractor company that came on board to donate towards the solar panel project in Sumba,
saying that the materials for the solar panel project were about to arrive in Lete Palolo. And I was thrilled, but at the same time, I knew a project like this couldn't move forward on its own. So I started having more conversations with the residents, especially the men and the local leaders in the village. We talked through the plans, and I listened to their thoughts. I tried to understand what they actually needed and asked for their support so this project could generally become something useful, something that belonged to everyone. What stuck with me the most was watching them get involved. We sat together, traded ideas, and eventually sketched out the layout for where the solar panels would go. It was such a simple moment, but it meant so much to me. That was the point where I stopped feeling that we'd shown up to deliver help and started feeling this is something that we were building together.
Ya, seperti ini nanti panel surya ada di atas sini.
I still remember watching their hands draw line after line on paper. Karena panel suryanya ada 8, berarti 4 di kiri, 4 di kanannya. They pictured the shape of it, how it would work, and talked about how the space would end up being used. And in their expressions, I could see hope. The kind that they might not only say out loud, but you could feel it in how eager they were to help build it. And thus, I had learned something that day. Change doesn't start when a building goes up or when the lights turn on. It starts the moment people begin to believe that something which once felt so far away might actually be possible. And I think that day was really where it all began. I think every project comes with its own challenges. And in Lete Palolo, I learned that even the most carefully laid plans can shift without warning. That day, we were focused on helping with construction. Everything was going as usual. The residents were working, the energy was high, and we were hoping that the materials we'd been waiting on would arrive soon. However, the truck carrying the building materials ran into trouble on the road.
Bapak.
When I heard the news, I got worried. I knew that if the materials were delayed, the whole construction process could fall behind too.
Kita susul aja ya Bapak, sekalian bawa spare part, naik motor, ya?
Truknya sudah datang.
Oh iya Bapak.
But then the truck carrying the materials finally reached the village. My relief was immense. And what made the moment even more moving was watching the truck roll into Lete Palolo. I genuinely got chills watching it happen. The second the truck stopped, all of the residents came running. No one had to ask them. They worked together, carrying the materials down piece by piece. Nobody waited to be told what to do. Everyone just moved and started helping. That's when I truly understood what togetherness means. This project, it turns out, it was never just our team's responsibility. It had become something that the whole community was hoping for. One of the most incredible parts of this project was seeing how the whole community got involved. From the very beginning, through the entire building process. Every morning, the construction site was always full of activities. Some people mixed cement, others carried sand, laid tiles, painted, or even worked on small details that most people would never even notice. Everyone had their own role to play. I helped out as much as I could, working alongside the residents under the hot sun. Honestly, it was tiring, but somehow, the tiredness faded away when I saw everyone working with the same energy. So what I felt most throughout this process was that there was the spirit of gotong royong, working together as one. Day by day, the building started to change. What began as an empty plot slowly became a foundation, then walls, and then there was a roof. And little by little, the shape of the solar panel building started to appear. Every time I saw the progress, I felt like I was watching hope being built, piece by piece. I feel incredibly lucky that so many people care about this project. PT Tunas Jaya Sanur has supported the construction of the multi-function hall, making sure that the structure stands tall, is well built, and will last for years to come. And in the middle of all that activity, one moment stayed with me. A woman suddenly came up to me, carrying a plate of traditional cakes. What she gave me was simple, but to me, it felt like an incredible act of care. I felt accepted, not just as a guest, but as one of them, as family. So that moment truly warmed my heart. It reminded me that caring for someone, we don't always have to do something grand. Sometimes just a simple plate of food, given with sincerity, can carry the deepest meaning. By late afternoon, the building had started to take shape. The roof was on, windows were being installed alongside the residents, and for the first time, we could picture what this place would look like once it was finished. I sat with some of the children under a tree, watching the half-finished building in front of us. We just looked at it together, but in my mind, it wasn't only a building I was seeing. I pictured these children learning in a place filled with light. I pictured these residents gathering without fear of the dark when night came. And I pictured this village with a new space they could all share. Something comfortable, something nice, and something safe. In that moment, I truly felt it. Again, we weren't just building a building. We were building hope together. Watching the whole progress unfold made me even more certain that when change is built together, the result isn't just stronger. It becomes more meaningful for everyone. Watching the solar panel structure go up and the installation begin, I felt a mix of everything at once. I was happy, excited, but also aware of how long the road had been to get to this point. I climbed up to the installation area and helped out with whatever simple task I could. We carried the panels together with the residents, watching piece by piece as everything came together. What I loved most about that moment was how much it felt like a shared effort. All of the residents showed up and worked alongside us. They helped make sure that this place could stand tall and firm. And the part that touched me the most was when the children started arriving. They stood there watching the structure with so much curiosity. Some was watching from a distance, some was asking questions, and some of them stayed quiet and just stared. But you could tell from their faces that they were feeling something too. So I ended up talking and playing with them for a while. Watching them smile as the panel started going up, it made me think they probably don't fully understand how the system works yet. But they know something new has arrived in their village. There were challenges along the way too. During installation, we had to sit down with the team a few times to work through some technical adjustments. There were things needed to change so the system could run better and last for the long haul. That's when it hit me and reminded me that building something isn't just about the end result. It's about being willing to pause, listen, and figure things out together whenever something doesn't go as planned. Then came the moment that stayed with me the most.
Panel surya ini akan terjemur. Nah, apakah sudah cukup atau enggak akan kelihatan di sini.
When we started handing out home solar panels to residents, I was watching them receive it, and I saw their faces. I heard them say thank you, and it's hard to put into words how memorable it is. Because when it really sank in, what we were giving them wasn't just a device. It was access, opportunity, and hope for an easier, more comfortable day-to-day life. As the afternoon wore on, I saw the woman helping around, cleaning up around the building. Some was gathering branches, some tidied their surroundings, and I think that was one of the most beautiful moments. Because when people start taking care of something together, it means that they've already started to see it as theirs too. And as the sun began to set, I stood there for a moment, taking it all in. The building was standing, the people were still working, and the children, they were still playing. And for the first time, it hit me. This isn't just a plan anymore. It's starting to become real. The day we'd all been waiting for finally arrived. It wasn't just me who'd been waiting for this moment. The whole village had been counting down to it too. We made sure everything was truly ready before the system was switched on. After such a long journey, we wanted everything to go right. I gathered everyone together. I felt the atmosphere shifted immediately. No one could seem to wait any longer. And as the residents felt quiet, the children pushed their way to the front, and every eye was fixed on one switch that was about to change so much. Then, we started counting down together. 1, 2, and 3. And the moment that switch was flipped, the building lit up instantly. Honestly, I got chills. The tears that night weren't from sadness. They came from gratitude and pure joy. It was hard to believe that the moment we fought for so long was finally, really happening. What stayed with me most was the children's faces. They cheered when the lights finally came on and ran straight into the now lit building. Not long after, the residents followed them in. They stood there, taking in the light that had finally reached their village. Some smiled wide. Some turned to each other to talk, and some just stood in silence, soaking in a moment that I'd only ever imagined. Maybe for some of us, a light turning on is nothing out of the ordinary. But that night, I saw with my own eyes how a single beam of light could bring so much happiness. For me, the smiles, the laughter, and the joy on everyone's faces that night were the greatest gift of the entire journey. Every struggle, every challenge, and every long step of the process felt completely worth it the moment that light finally reached the heart of Lete Palolo village. After the solar panel building finally lit up, I took the children on a walk around the village. Normally at night, they'd carry oil lamps or torches as their only source of light. But that night was different. One by one, the lamps started going out. Some kids blew out their own candles. Some put out their torches. And I helped extinguish one too. For some people, turning off a light might seem like an odd thing to celebrate. But that night, putting out those lamps became a symbol of something bigger. That this village no longer had to depend on the small flickers of light that had kept them company for so many years. Because I realized they probably never had the chance to experience a night like that before. Gathering together in a well-lit room, watching a movie with their friends without worrying about the light going out. Seeing them laugh that night made every bit of the struggle feel worth it. During my time in Leyte Palolo, I learned so much about simplicity, sincerity, and how hope can grow from the things we often take for granted. This project didn't end the moment the lights turned on. It truly came alive the moment I saw these children laugh a little longer, learn a little easier, and dream a little bigger than before. And I hope that the light that arrived in Leyte Palolo that night didn't just illuminate the village.
Terima kasih karena perjuangan sebulan ini. Jadi kita berterima kasih banyak karena penerangan sudah jadi. Itu yang kami tunggu-tunggu, yang kami rindu.
I hope it marks the beginning of a brighter future for every child growing up here.
Leyte Palolo! Bianca!
Today has been one of the most meaningful moments for me in Leyte Palolo. From the morning, I watched the villagers start to gather around the solar panel area. Everyone, including children and elders, came with faces full of excitement. It didn't feel like arriving at an ordinary event. It felt like everyone was welcoming something they had been waiting for so long. This was the day that we officially inaugurated the multi-purpose building that is equipped with solar panels. For me, what I felt most wasn't the building itself, but the meaning behind it. Because this isn't just about electricity arriving. It's about new opportunities and new future for the people here. What made this moment even more special was the traditional ceremony from the villagers. I felt honored to witness firsthand how this community embraces change without leaving something of their identity and traditions. There was a warmth and a sense of reverence that ran through every part of the process.
Kami dari Pulau Sumba, Kabupaten Sumba Barat Daya, terlebih Kampung Leyte Palolo, mengucapkan terima kasih atas bantuan.
Inya ikutan tong apa perlu ya kenal anuan anak-anak itu menawal boki ya abul koplon pelak ngobrol.
Mari kita kebahagiaan yang luar biasa hari ini.
handed out Cosmos fans to the residents of Lete Palolo, with people of all ages turning up, both young and old. It was all part of Cosmos' way of giving back to mark 50 years of work, passed down from generation to generation. After that, we shared a meal together with the villagers. A simple moment, but one I will remember the most. We were sitting together, sharing the food, talking, and I was seeing the kind of happiness that comes from something that we so often take for granted. Lete Palolo village, once in darkness, now beginning to glow. The lights are on, life is still moving, and the atmosphere feels more alive. For me, the most beautiful part isn't seeing the lights turn on, it's seeing hope turn on with them. Hope that the children can study more comfortably, that the villagers have more room to grow, and that this village can keep moving toward a brighter future. I feel so grateful to be even a small part of this journey. And I hope that the light that has come to Lete Palolo, Southwest Sumba, today will continue to light their way forward. From Southwest Sumba to Indonesia to the world.
Bianca lenggang, lenggang sore-sore Bianca Selamat datang di tanah Sumba, Miss Indonesia, Bianca lenggang sore le.
Bianca le, Bianca le, Bianca lenggang, lenggang sore-sore Bianca le.